Rolling.
And action! For this, you should wear specs and all. Okay. Maybe pen to you.
I just want to sound like I'm a very, I know my shit kind of bitch. Okay.
Welcome to episode 2, where we are wearing the same clothes but different location. So we are directly hopping on to the next topic, which is why do we think that men are trash?
All is the keyword.
Why do we not say not all men?
We don't say not all men. Of
Why
course
do
all
we
men
not
say.
say? Why do we not say? My hands looks longer in this. So Janvi, would you like to start?
All men are trash, bro. Now, step by step, I want us to break down the reasons why we think that. First of all, this toxic masculinity where men need to keep proving a point and they are the Mr. Know-it-all in the room, which is not true most of the times, but I mean, if you're talking sense, I'm all for it, but most of the times men don't. So,
Correct.
what do you have to add to that?
I have to add. What? It's just I have made peace with this topic that I suddenly, if you ask me, like I don't get points to say, but it's like they're just dicks.
No, but that's the problem. No, that's
Like,
where
if
we lose
I will
hope if we
keep
make
up.
peace with it. We
Yeah.
have to keep doing the work.
Yeah, no. What I meant was not like that. Like I accepted the fact that men are trash. Like there is nothing like, oh, there will be that one man who will be
Okay.
good like that. I'm
Trigger
not saying I
warning,
want good.
ladies, and not all men. So say something to that. You can't just go around saying that all men are trash.
What do you have? What do you want me to say? Reasons why I think men are trash. Okay, very.
I have already given you 1 point where
Okay,
they
very-
feel that they need to prove a point.
Yeah,
all
that
the
is
fucking
one.
time.
Yeah. Another thing is very. I think I don't know if it's like a very simple thing to just say, but then I think the first thing that came to my mind when you asked me about this topic was like if I am in a open space or a closed space or a private space, public space, whatever it is, if there are 5 men and if I'm the only person, if I'm the only woman there,
You will be scared. for
I
your
will
life.
be scared. I won't be just
Same.
cautious. I will be scared.
Yes. I do not want to be in a room
Exactly.
where
I
around
feel
women.
uncomfortable.
Even if we go to bars, and I think we agree on this, even in Bangalore, when we go to any place to get like a couple drinks after finishing up work, I quickly scan the room. If there are not enough women,
Yeah.
I don't want to be in that room.
Yeah. Now, what people would say is, oh, so are you telling all men are rapists? You tell.
Okay, I agree when people say while having these conversations that not all men are assholes. Trust me, I want to believe that. But my entire existence of 23 years,
Yeah.
I have not seen otherwise.
Correct.
And even with the men that I associate with, even they are on good days, they are okay to tolerate. On bad days,
Keyword okay to tolerate.
I mean, you've got to tolerate men, right?
Exactly.
Because you're sexually attracted to
Yeah.
them. There's no other way.
And then another thing a question that would come in your way is, then why do you have a boyfriend if you hate men? Do you hate your father? We won't go there.
I do hate my
No.
father. I hate my father.
Exactly, but we won't go there because that is like a long. It will be a long
Yeah.
recording of us talking.
Mhm.
So then, when people ask you, then if you hate men, then why do you have a boyfriend? What do you say to that?
Maybe he's not the shittiest in the room, and probably I care for him enough to change that perspective in him. Or, oh my god, this is so basic that we as women it's been ages and generations of being tolerated like a fucking property, that when one man, if we are in the same room and he treats you like human, you think, oh my god, he's a god. And that's why we end up dating them.
We
It's
settle
like,
for less because we don't get the bare minimum. So when you see the
so
bare,
bare
minimum,
minimum
you're like,
is
"Oh."
high standards.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
are asking for too much.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm not. Just, it's a very basic thing where I feel like my dad has scarred me for life. I think I can speak for you also. And I hate my father. So if you're going to go ahead and attack me with, oh, your dad also, all men know, yes. I stand by that. And okay, in an ideal world, I would like to believe that okay, not all men are like that. The problematic part starts when all men that I know have female friends, have sisters, have mothers, and all of us, all the women, at least all the women I know, have been through some kind of assault, some kind of molestation, harassment, bullying from men. And it's very sad, but I'm going to laugh when I talk about this because it's also an anecdote from my life. Is when I was having a shitty time with one of the guys, and I just sit down and I'm talking to my friend and I am venting. Haven't you had days where your male friends will have a hard day with their partners and they'll just come and they're like, you know what, chicks are like this only, and they'll stereotype all women.
But you
Ki,
won't
oh,
go
gold
on saying-
digger, oh, you know, thief, and she's just wasting my time. She talks a lot. She's so moody. Is it that time of the month? Stuff like that. But instead of giving them a reality check, you listen to them. You empathize, right? That's not the time when you tell them, you know what, you're talking to me and I'm not shitty, so you know you might want to take that back. Not all women are like that. I though end up saying straight up bitch. That's my,
Yeah.
because I care for my friend and I would expect the same from that guy, but I have never gotten that. Even from the closest of my friends, they will just go on and tell me, you know, just don't generalize.
Even like a very recent...
Why the fuck not?
Yeah, even like a very recent thing that happened. I had told you know whatever happened in Bangalore.
Wait.
This thing, New Year's.
Yes.
So this I had told to one of my male
another
friends.
assault crisis.
Yeah,
Yes.
trigger warning. So that I had told to my male friend.
Okay.
And then the first thing that he was like, oh my god, I don't know how to process this. And the next thing that he asked was, are you sure that you felt whatever you felt? Are you sure?
This fucking puts me off.
Exactly, like, so, like,
Listen,
what
something.
the actual
Wait.
fuck?
Molestation, harassment, rape, these three things, as much as you would like to think that, you know, all girls just talk about it, we don't like to associate with it. We don't like being, you know, the subject of the talk when you're talking about all this stuff. I am not happy to tell people that, oh, you know what, I got raped. It's not a proud moment, guys. So I don't understand when people think that, oh, you know, she might be just making it up. Of course not, yaar. What the fuck? This is so
Exactly.
Okay.
So, so then even what my mom tells is like, you know, in your generation, like when I call out things in my home, she'll be like, but then in your generation, you know, men will be better, right? No, they are as shitty as my father is.
Also, if they are better, it's not their credit to have. We have done the work.
Yeah, and still after after everything, like the friend whom I was talking about, I have been friends with him for a very long time now, and we have had many conversations. R? Who was
Who
R?
is this friend? We are not taking names.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Oh no.
Yeah, exactly.
What,
But you know, I was
bro?
not taken aback. I was like, what the fuck? I was not like, oh my god, how could he say that? Because like I told in the starting, I know that, at any time they can tell shit like that.
Yeah, so we have contingency plans in our head.
So yeah, before I narrated the story to him, I talked to my fellow girlfriends who did not even once ask me,
Are
you
you
sure?
sure?
Exactly.
What the fuck?
Do you want to think about the intention why the guy was touching you? There was nothing, it was just sympathy or empathy, whatever you call it. The next thing that my friends asked me, not male, female friends, was, are you okay? What happened? Like, what the fuck? This is what the. So, there itself, you can draw the line between men and women
Hmm.
and anything in between.
So, okay, that's that. Now, one last question. I have
Last?
for you. Oh, you want to talk more? We
No.
can do that.
Tell last question.
I just thought we are going to have one more sleepless night if we keep talking about this.
Yes.
So,
Tell last question. What?
we know that men are fucking privileged in this world we live in. If you get to choose between being a man and a woman,
Being a woman.
why? Despite
Definitely.
all the
Whatever we've been through.
atrocities that we go through on a daily basis, fuck that. Daily basis, why? Because we live in a house and we are always inside the house
Yeah.
most of the times.
Yeah.
If we're out on the road on an hourly basis,
Yes.
things that you go through, why would you still want to be a woman?
I don't want to be like, even the whatever patriarchy is, all that is conditioning, right?
Yeah.
Whatever men are. But if they don't change that, they can't blame on being like, I was taught this way, so I can't change. That is bullshit. But then what if I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable because of my gender? And that is the possibility of that is very high if I am a male. If I am a heterosexual man, especially cisgender heterosexual man. So I don't want to feel how it is to be on the pedestal and how it is to look down on a gender which every man has done at some point of their lives, most of the part in their
At
life.
least to me.
Yeah.
I don't speak for everyone, okay, guys? Not all men. But at least for me, this is the truth.
So I don't want to be put in a position where I have the once in my life where I have experienced the bro code,
Oh my
the
God,
locker
that-
room
that-
experiences.
That word triggers the shit
Yeah.
out of me.
So where if I was a man, I would have had such conversations. I would have told shit like, oh, all women, this thing, objectify women.
Objectification is तो birthright, no, that men have. मैं तो तंदूरी मुर्गी हूँ यार, लटका गया का नहीं हूँ मैं तंदूरी मुर्गी. I am also human. Thanks.
So yes.
I would want to be a woman because I have had some beautiful women in my life who have always empathized with me. And I have tried to be there for my friends, even my male friends, in spite of how shitty they have been to me at some point or the other. I wouldn't want to give up on that quality. And I think if I was a man, I wouldn't have
Yeah,
it
correct.
because the society conditions the boys like
Correct.
that. So,
I don't want to think before I cry. Oh my god, I'm a man. I can't cry.
oh yeah, dude. Being a man is shitty, yaar.
Exactly, it's so bad.
You can't. And some people talk about menism.
Meninism.
That, oh, what about
But-
men's rights?
There are days when I think like if I was not a woman, I could just walk on the road without thinking,
But at the same
self-doubting.
time,
Without
that's what I'm talking about. I don't want to lose that quality of empathizing with other people on the street. That's what I'm saying. If I was a man, I wouldn't have to get scared of being on the road. But on the other hand, I will be looking down upon that one woman who is in the supermarket at some 10 o'clock.
Yeah, exactly.
And it is somehow cool to stare at her boobs and make her feel uncomfortable. And then if she calls me out, and I can be like, you know what, I won't look only. I won't come out only. I
Yes.
won't talk only.
Yes to all of that.
I don't want to do that. You can also eliminate the problematic bits. Be a nice man. And maybe someday we will also chime in, not all men, because we have seen good men. So far, I haven't. So I don't know what to say to that.
Touche.
There was no
Yes.
I think that would be it. Yeah. I'm so sad now. Time to go to the bedroom and cry. You in?
Yes.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Okay, bye bye. See ya later, alligators.
Okay, we'll do this instead.